Hey everybody, it's Deanna. I am here with today's episode of Simple Steps to Online Success. Is it better to purchase a tech tool that is on a monthly subscription, monthly or annually, because it could be either way, or something that you just pay a plugin that you do and you pay a one-off price for and use that? Software as a service came out many years ago, frankly, back when the days when I was in Silicon Valley. And the concept is pretty simple. The software is hosted by the company that developed it. They maintain everything related to the software, and you pay a monthly subscription. The selling point is you always have the most current version of the software. If you do use Microsoft products, you know that today they have gone to software as a service model, which means, for example, in my case, I pay for Office 365. I pay an annual fee. I think it's like $99 a year subscription, or I think at the time when I signed up, it was $9.99 a month to have access to the most current version of the software. Now, Leadpages is a subscription. It is what I discussed, it's a SaaS model. Now, what people kind of get a little concerned about is you have a monthly fee for that option. One of the advantages with Leadpages or any SaaS model is they can have multiple pricing tiers, which allows you greater functions, greater capabilities. The higher price, the more you pay, the more access to specific features that you get. And then the other option, of course, using the idea of WordPress, our plugin. I like Thrive themes. If I am looking at having a plugin on a WordPress site, I happen to think Thrive is really good. I've used Thrive for several years. We're going to talk about landing pages here, which is what they call Thrive Architect. But this is a plugin, and this is something that you would purchase as a one-off plugin, and you would download it, you would install the plugin on your WordPress site, and you would then have a license key that would allow you to use this product. Now, like all plugins, it will require maintenance because they do push out updates fairly often. And that is one of the major differences. As I said, you manually have to update this plugin. How do you decide what your best option is? Well, the first thing I want to talk about is your long-term strategy. Are you going to be using landing pages temporarily before you build a website, for example? So maybe what you would do in that situation, you don't have a website, you're not using WordPress right now, you sign up for Leadpages and you have a landing page to send people to, and you have a page that they can click and it delivers a lead magnet to them. So maybe that's perfect for you till you get a WordPress site up, and then maybe you want to switch things over. Another consideration is your industry, because a lot of times there's people in specific industries that lean towards one tool or another. Another option is, again, is analyzing the annual cost. And it's a little more complex than simply looking at what the SaaS model is going to charge you versus paying for a plugin. Because one of the things that most people don't realize is when you purchase a plugin, they have an annual maintenance fee to keep providing you with updates and keep providing you with support. Why is that important? Because WordPress plugins, if you do not keep them up to date, one, you're going to lose out on a lot of functionality. Two, at some point they could break your site because they're simply old and other things conflict with them. Integrations. If you're going to be using, for example, a landing page builder or a pop-up plugin, does it integrate with the email service that you're going to be using? Now, a lot of them do, but you just want to make sure that the one you're using does integrate. Check and see if there is a free trial. If there is something like a 7-day free trial, a lot of them do offer that. You're going to also at that time have a sense of how responsive is their support, what type of training tutorials and information is out there for you to be able to try it out effectively and get a sense of, is this going to work?